What is going on, everybody? Vex30 here, coming with a new video, and today we're going to be discussing our favorite parts and the best parts, honestly, about the changes in the new update. There are a bunch of things that I really love about it, and honestly, not many I hate. I'll go over a couple that I dislike, but besides that, I am loving everything right now in this patch. If you were curious, we have been streaming ranked constantly every single day with the new update. We are currently D3 and like almost D2, or we might skip to D1, I don't know. But over on our Twitch, twitch.tv/Vex30, so be sure to go check us out there. We always post in our Discord as well when we go live or when we're going to go live, and I post in the community section on YouTube when we are live. So if you want to go watch that, be sure to go check that out over there. But in this video, we're going to go over these, just go over a bunch of topics, and then at the end, if I'm feeling it, I'm gonna throw in some gameplay from one of those ranked games. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things in the video, and I'll see you there. Alright, so let's start with my number one, what I think is the best update, part of the update so far. And honestly, it's got to be the third bans in ranked. Now, I know this isn't going to be everybody's favorite because not everybody grinds ranked like I do. Since I do grind ranked, I find this to be easily my best part about the update. So let me explain how this works. There are now 3 bans in ranked. The third ban is not at the beginning. It's actually in the middle of the draft. So try to follow me here. So first pick bans 1, second pick bans 1, like normal. First pick bans another one, second pick bans another one. Again, like normal. First pick picks 1 champion, second pick picks 2 champions, first pick picks 2 champions, but then second pick picks 1 champion. Then after picking 1 champion, second pick bans somebody, and then first pick bans somebody. Now we go back to picking. Second pick picks 1, first pick picks 2, second pick picks 1. So what this does is it makes it to where there's 2 bans at the beginning, both teams pick 3 champions, first pick doesn't get their bans next. It's actually going to be second pick that gets the ban, gets to choose the ban, and gets first pick after the second bans. So what does that do? Second pick is now pretty decent towards the end of the draft because they get a final, like always, they always got their final pick and they got the final secret pick, you know, they get the final pick of the draft and they get a counter pick whatever they want. But having that ban advantage and having to easily pick right after the bans just in case something's going to get picked out from the other team is super nice. This adds a lot of depth and strategy into the draft as well. It makes it to where if the enemy team needs a point tank, you just ban a point tank you don't want to play. If they need a support, you ban a support. It's really that simple, but it adds a level of depth. One tip I need to really get out there because people aren't noticing this. During the second ban phase, or during the first ban phase, if there are 2 point tanks banned out, because right now Fernando is getting banned out a ton, and Barrack is also getting banned. So if there are 2 point tanks that are banned at the beginning, you need to take a point tank 95% of the time on your first 3 picks, because let's just say the enemy team bans Nando and Barrack. You pick off tank and 2 DPS. They pick a main tank and 2 DPS. Then they can just ban the other main tank and there's none left. So if you want something to put on the point, be on the lookout. If there's 2 point tank bans, which Barrack and Nara, Fernando, and Terminus are all point tanks, there's 4. You need to pick one of those or else you're going to get banned out and forced with no point tank. So just a quick little tidbit of information there and help you. But yeah, ranked bans 10 out of 10. I love the change to them and adding the third ban mid-draft. Next thing is wall jumping. I really like this change. Now, I talked about this on my stream, and I know some people dislike it, but I don't understand that mentality, to be honest. It's kind of like a boomer mentality, in my opinion. Like, again, I'm one of the old dogs in Paladins. I've played this game for a really long time, and I'm not the oldest dog, you know. I was set like 2nd generation, 3rd generation, but I would be considered a boomer when it comes to Paladins, you know? And I still like this change. And I think the reason why people don't like it is because it takes away a little bit of skill, but it's more of just a quality of life improvement. Having to turn around to wall jump is just annoying. It just adds a level to the game that just feels almost unnecessary at times. So I really do like this wall jumping change, and once people get used to it, I think they're gonna like it. But I really like it, and I think if people who don't like it just don't like change, don't want to see it changed. But I think it's a good change for the better. The card changes that were added as well, I know there were a ton, but there's a few specific ones that I've noticed actually affecting rank so far. Rejuve actually feels impactful with most supports, and specifically on tanks. Now, Do I think DPS should be buying Rejuve? I'm not sure yet, but I know tanks should be buying Rejuve with most supports. Like supports like Genos, you shouldn't be. But with still a lot of supports, Rejuve is getting a ton of value. So look to buy Rejuve if you're playing tanks. The other one that's actually kind of seems like it's taking effect is hi-rez. I've seen less double support lately. Now, this just might be, you know, initial ranked, you know, people just aren't playing double support, but I have been seeing way less double support than I did last season. So I think the card changes are affecting the meta, and it's kind of nice to see. Now, the other card changes, again, feel good. I don't think there's been a bad change. The Haven change was wishy-washy in my head, but I definitely get why they did it, combining Haven and Blast Shield into one card. But I really haven't noticed any of those changes affect the meta like those two cards. Now, all the balance changes are honestly really good. But the only one I didn't really like was Fernando. I think his new Aegis is kind of broken, and Fernando has become a pretty much must ban or must first pick, kind of up there with Atlas or Grover. Now, again, Atlas, I don't know if he's going to stay ban and pickable, but he did get some nerfs, so that's something we're going to have to let the meta play out a little bit and see what happens with that. We did play against them one game and we got 4-0'd, so, you know, we wanted to try it. We might try it some more on stream, not banning Atlas. But besides that, like, Aegis Fernando now is more broken than it was before, and it's kind of more annoying than it was before, but it is better, I think, as a card or as a talent, and way easier and nicer to use for the Fernando. So I like the change, but it's not terribly balanced, and it needs a little bit of nerfs. And then the final thing, Ray, great addition to the game. Ray has really changed up the meta in casuals. Picking Ray, and you can kind of snowball with your team, giving them alt charge, giving them a ton of alt charge, playing with your team, a ton of damage, and the ultimate. She really does change the game, and she is a great addition to it, to the support roster, and I'm really excited to see her there. Yeah, those are my biggest things with the new update, the Gen Lock update. The biggest things I like. I think we're gonna go ahead and throw it over to gameplay though. I want to throw it into a draft section just so you guys can see how the drafts actually are playing out. And then we'll show some gameplay as well, just because, you know, might as well end this video on a strong note. But I hope you enjoyed all these updates and all the changes so far in Genlock. Let me know down below in the comments, what are your favorite parts about this update? But without further ado, let's jump right into the gameplay. Oh, Rinsig. Holy shit, is that the Maeve one-trick Rinsig? The real one? Or what if it's not? It'd be kind of awkward. Dude, Damba is the most well-designed character in all of Paladins. Yeah, Alacrity is honestly one of the best talents in the game, and I think it's really well-designed and balanced and really good for the health of the game. And honestly, everybody I talk to, they love it. How'd you replace Alacrity? I wouldn't just fucking get rid of it. I don't know how. Literally anything else. Literally anything else. I'm just gonna take Damba now. All right, hold on. Let's think about this. Yo, can we grab a point tank here? That leaves me with like no good ban options outside of. Yo, is there any like flankers you don't want to play against, Rinsig? Like, what don't you want to play against? Vora? Okay.
Enemies turned.
Oh, I don't care what tanks. Whatever you guys are comfortable on. Just make sure we get like a Barakanara term and then whatever off tank, whoever's comfortable with. I honestly, yeah, I think kind of weird. No, the mid draft, it is not weird. It is so fucking good. It adds a level of depth and strategy to the banning phase that is like, it really is some break bring shit. Because look, we pick 3, they pick 3. Now, while I'm banning, I now have to think about what does our team need? What does their team need? Their team needs a second DPS and a point tank. We also need a point tank. So I need to leave point tanks open, so I really can't ban point tanks. So they need a second DPS. What do they need as a second DPS? They need something more aggressive, maybe sustainy, a flanker, possibly. I look at our team. Maeve. Who does Maeve not want to duel? Vora. Ban Vora. I love it. I like that shit is so fun to do. I love it so much. Like, that's the thought process, by the way, that went to that Vora ban. That's everything that got me to there, like asking Rinsig what he doesn't want to play against. Mako is pretty good here. Does decently in their team. You can run out the supports. You won't take a ton of damage. You're comfortable on Mako. I would go Mako. Another Alacrity. Bro, I'm telling you, I love playing against Alacrity, dude. It's honestly a fair and balanced and honestly one of the funnest talents in the game.
Weigh anchor, ready the sails. Captain is ready to set off.
How do they mess up a chance for load? Because of spaghetti code. That's how. They probably didn't do anything to Mako, but they did. They did something to another champion that was tied in for some reason with reloading and fucked up Mako's reloading. It's usually how it goes. All right, let's get it. Let's go, team.
They know to fear ya. First of many to fall.
Yeah, bro, we got some fat hosts. We got a fat Z1 host, and we got a fat Nito host. And viewer drops, bro. Fucking OP. I'm farming the views. Any farmers? Farmers in chat? Easy first point. Really good Ying ult. You can push up on him now if you want. Easiest game of my life. Oh. Only half shell. So the bug's only on half shell. Interesting. I see why they went pluck, bro. Hydrate. I got you. Don't worry.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Hail.
Drinking coffee? No, I'm drinking Coke Zero.
5, 4,
I'm working on this Coke Zero since 4 hours.
1.
Dude, is that like an automatic thing that like posts once you get your bounty coins? Because I've seen 2 people say that now. Or is that just a copy poosta?
Right side, right side.
Yeah. We're vibing right now. Cassie's cracked, bro. Bro, we took like no fucking damage there. Ah! Oh! Yo, that was way too fucking close. Literally tickled the bottom of my balls, dude. Holy shit. That's crazy. In their team. Hello? Yeah. Come here, insect. Don't worry. I don't want to get con ulted. Oh shit, it's a lot of damage. I'm actually okay with getting con ulted now.
Another victory to add to the list.
Okay. GG go next, I guess. Comes as a default message. You're not required to send it. But it's funny. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that comes up. Cracked, yeah. I guess that was one of the easiest games I ever played. Dude, they just didn't do enough damage, I don't think. Like, I don't think our team ever took damage. I think that was the issue.